Hi, welcome to the class. Today we will start a new topic of chapter 8, current electricity. And the name of the chapter is Factor Affecting Resistance of a Conductor. Now in the last class we have already discussed about the resistance, and let me bring to you again the cause of resistance. So as you know, the cause of resistance is nothing but it's collision of electrons. So when electrons are moving inside a conductor, they continuously collide with each other, and that because of that collision of electron, this resistance is there in the conductor. Okay. Now the first factor, length of the conductor. So what do you think? If we increase the length of the conductor, electrons are going to collide more often or they are going to collide less often? What will happen? So answer is very simple. As you increase the length of the path through which the electrons has to travel, so if you increase the length of the path, the collision of the electron will be more. It means they will get a lengthy path to collide. And if that is the case, then obviously because this collision of electrons is the cause of resistance, therefore if length of the conductor is more, resistance will be more because they will collide more often. And this is why we call that resistance is directly proportional to length. Alright, so if you have a short conductor and a long conductor, whose resistance will be more? So more resistance will be for the long conductor. Now second area of cross section of the conductor. Now every area of cross section of the conductor is this part. Okay, it means it tells you how much thick or thin will be a conductor. Now if you have a thick conductor whose area is more, whose area of cross section is more, so electrons will get more space to travel. Now if they are getting more space to travel, automatically they will collide less. So if they are colliding less, resistance will be less. So it means resistance is inversely proportional to area. Inversely means area is more, resistance is less. Area is more means area of cross section is more space they have to travel, more space they are having to travel across the conductor, across the length of the conductor. Now since the area is more and they're traveling very easily, very conveniently, they're not colliding because they have got some space around them to travel, and therefore the resistance will be less. So if I ask you a question that thick wire will have a more resistance or a thin wire will have a more resistance, so the answer will be obviously a thin wire will have more resistance and thick wire will have less resistance. That is why the transmission wires which are outside, they are thick as they have to carry a large amount of current, and the wires which are used inside our houses are thin because they have to carry less amount of current. So resistance is inversely proportional to area. Now this is very important. Nature of material of the conductor. Now nature of material means with what material the conductor is made up of. So silver is the best conductor. If you have a conductor which is made up of silver, that will be the best conductor among any conductor. Any conductor made up of some other material. Like aluminium, copper, it will be superior, far superior than any other conductor, silver. So if you have a conductor which is made up of silver and if you have a conductor which is made up of aluminium or copper, so you know that the aluminium and copper can't stand in front of silver because silver, its resistance will be less as compared to the copper and the aluminium, and that is why we call it the best conductor. So silver, you got to know the nature of material, means with what material the conductor is made up of. Last is temperature of the conductor. Now you tell me, if I increase the temperature of the conductor, what will happen to the electrons? Electrons will vibrate more quickly. In that vibration, they will collide more quickly. When they collide more quickly, resistance is there, resistance will increase. So if the temperature increases, resistance will increase, and this is for conductors. Okay. Now among these factors, I would like to bring to your notice a very important thing, and that important thing is you have to think about it. Okay, and that important thing is, suppose I choose this material. So let me choose aluminium. Okay, aluminium is my material, and I have chosen a conductor which is made up of aluminium. Now I chose 1 meter length and area of 1 meter square. You know, area is measured in meter square. So I have fixed, and temperature is also fixed. I have fixed, like, let us say Kelvin I'll take because SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Let me take as 300 Kelvin. So I have chosen these factors for aluminium. Okay. Now again, one more conductor which is made up of aluminium. I have chosen again one more conductor. But now the length is 2 meter. Area is, let me keep the area same and temperature same. Now whose resistance will be more? Looking at the data level, whose resistance will be more? More resistance will be for aluminium. Okay, why? Because length is more, air length is less. Okay, area is same, temperature is same, but length, since distance is directly proportional to length, more the length, more will be the resistance. Now look here, what is happening? See, conductor is same, nature of the material of the conductor is same, that is aluminium, but because of the length, resistance of these two material, of these two aluminium wires is different. You're getting what I'm trying to make here. So this is a concept, resistance is a concept which changes according to the length and which changes according to the area. Leave the temperature. Okay, why we are leaving the temperature? Because automatically room temperature will be same for each and every material. So I want to just pay attention to these two things, length and area. So if I increase the length, resistance will increase. If I decrease the resistance, if I decrease the area, resistance will further increase. So I need to work on these two things where it should not be like this, that two aluminium wires are there, one is of length 1 meter, other is of length 2 meters, so we'll say this wire will have more resistance as compared to the previous wire. It should be like a fixed thing where we are, irrespective of the length and area of the conductor, we will tell, okay, the material is this, so therefore the resistance will be this much. Okay, so this is what we are going to say. So let me come to that part now. I hope I made myself clear the point which I wanted to bring to your notice, and this is quite important for us to understand that why we want to deal with this situation. Because material which is made up of, you see, aluminium, length is more, resistance will be more. Doesn't make too much sense and it becomes more complex while dealing with this. So let us do something with these available information. So I'll remove the nature of the material, I'll remove the temperature. Why I'm removing these two? Because nature of the material of the conductor will be fixed if you choose a particular metal or something, and temperature will be fixed if you are talking about the room temperature. Let me combine these two factors. Let me take them together, combining 1 and 2. So if I combine these two, resistance will be directly proportional to L and inversely proportional to A. You know that when we remove this proportionality, equality will come along with a constant L upon A. So this constant, this rho, this is what we call rho, RHO, and it is a Greek letter. It is a Greek letter. Now rho is proportionality constant, first of all. Proportionality constant. Proportionality constant. And then its name is specific resistance. Specific resistance, as the name is suggesting, specific. We are talking about something which is very specific, or sometimes also known as resistivity. So look at this: rho, Greek letter, proportionality constant, rho, specific resistance or resistivity. So this is rho here. So if I write the formula for rho will be what? Rho will be RA upon L. Now as the name is telling you, it is a specific. Now what is a specific here? We were discussing about the length and area. So let us take, if length is 1 meter and area is 1 meter square, it means these two factors are now fixed. So they don't disturb us now. So what are the two factors which are remaining now? Factors are remaining: nature of the material and temperature of the conductor. If length is 1 meter, area is 1 meter square, then it will become R into 1 meter square upon 1 meter. If meter goes off, it will be R, and then this meter is remaining. Why this is important? Because when we will deal with the unit, then it is important. Meter. What will be the SI unit of this R? We have discussed in the previous classes. It is ohm. So what will be the SI unit of rho? It will be ohm meter. SI unit of rho is ohm meter. So SI unit of rho, that is specific resistance or resistivity, is ohm meter. Now coming back to this point, what is the specific here? The specific is the length and the specific is the area. So let me come to that part very quickly. Now if you look there, rho is equals to, because this has become 1, this has become 1, rho is equals to R. Now this is interesting. If I define this rho, how to define this rho now? So I'll call specific resistance, that is rho, is numerically equal to resistance. So basically, specific resistance is numerically equal to resistance. Okay, it is numerically equal to resistance, but there is a condition. When length of conductor is 1 meter and area of cross section of the conductor is 1 meter square. So when length is fixed, length is specified, area is specified, then this specific resistance is numerically equal to the resistance of the conductor. Now I have fixed my length. So if I give a piece of aluminium and I ask you what is the specific resistance, I am not asking you the resistance, I am asking you the specific resistance. So it means you are basically giving answer for length 1 meter and 1 meter square. But if I ask you resistance of that particular wire, so that brings a confusion into mind that of what length and of what area of cross section you are talking about. But here we have fixed these two factors, that length is 1 meter and 1 meter square. So if I ask you what is the specific resistance of aluminium, you are not concerned about the length and the area of the conductor. I hope I made myself clear there. Now very importantly and very quickly to touch upon a very important factor. As we discussed that the factors affecting the resistance of the conductor are 4 factors. One was length, area, nature of material and temperature. But as I told you, if I am asking you about the specific resistance, you are not concerned about the length and you are not concerned about the area of cross section. What you are concerned about is nature of the material. You will ask me, sir, tell me whose specific resistance or resistivity you want to know. So I have to tell you which material is this. So it means this depends on, rho depends on nature of material. I have to specify which material is this. Nature of material. It is aluminium, copper, or what. Second, I have to specify the temperature, because this depends on the temperature of conductor. So it is no different from resistance. Specific resistance or resistivity is no different from resistance, but we specify the length of the conductor and we specify the area of the conductor. That is the only difference between these two physical quantities. Rest of the thing are same. So this was all about these two important topics. Thank you.